for our furry friends and our feathered ones, too.
What a day for Bay. She's the Swan, swimming and doing much better now. Ariel Cordova Rojas is the human in the room at the Wild Bird Fund on the Upper West Side. She named the female swan after the place they first met last Thursday.
I named her Bay, a thing off of Jamaica Bay, and she was my Bay.
She was sitting there along the shore. Other swans and geese were in the water.
As I started to approach and get closer to her, she stayed stationary. You can't get really close to a swan without them trying to attack you, so instantly I knew something was wrong with her.
It was the day before her 30th birthday. A celebratory bike ride to the bay, some bird watching, became some bird rescuing, and some big bird transportation.
I carried her for about a mile. She's about a 17-pound swan, so not the easiest walk of my life.
Other park visitors drove them to Howard Beach. Destination Nostrand. There was room for the subway swan to get a seat.
We took a nice short 20-minute train ride to a friend's house who's a coworker, actually. She picked me up in a car.
They headed to the Wild Bird Fund on Columbus Avenue, where Ariel Cordova Rojas used to work. The diagnosis:
lead poisoning, so it will take a few weeks for that lead to be taken out of her system with the medication.
It's been a busy time for bird rescues. Even during this pandemic, people have been bringing them in one after the other.
This year we'll actually have more birds than last year.
Usually about 7,000 birds and animals arrive at the Wild Bird Fund, and yes, many of them by subway.
We exist primarily on donations from people who walk through our door with an injured bird in hand. And it's wonderful to see how much New Yorkers care.
I just happened to be there and I couldn't leave her, so I had to bring her to safety.
The plan is Bay, the subway swan, will return to life in Jamaica Bay. They say they'll probably take a car for that trip.
I feel like she's like me, probably a little bit excited and a little bit tired. Whenever I come out here, it just allows me to, forget about all that for a little bit.
Don't wander too far from the ranch. There's more that's good to know.